There is nothing more important in Aotearoa than our Tamariki. They are our future. Children are taonga, and we must nurture them. No matter what our role in a child's life is, we want them to thrive and grow. Our kura and primary schools are vital places for this to happen. Teachers and principals are driven by a commitment to ensure that every child receives the support they need to reach their full potential. Teachers go into teaching for this reason, and it's why principals step up to lead their schools and communities. But in today's classrooms, supporting every child to reach their potential is becoming impossible. A lot has changed in Aotearoa over the past 20 years, but our primary schools have not kept up with those changes. Our knowledge of the different learning needs of Tamariki has grown and evolved, but the funding and resources needed to support children hasn't. With primary schools receiving up to 30% less funding for staffing than secondary schools, teachers are stretched. Principals, overwhelmed with work demands, are unable to find time to lead. In smaller schools, many principals are in the classroom teaching as well as leading their schools. There are too many children in our classrooms and not enough time. Too many children are falling through the cracks. All of these issues are magnified many times over for Tamariki, Māori and Pacifica children, and there are not the resources and support for them to learn in and through their own languages. Teachers and principals have been asking for more staff in their schools for a long time. Successive national and Labour governments have recognised the need to increase the number of teachers and learning support in primary schools. Commitments have been made, but very little has changed. We're still waiting for the delivery of government promises that will make a difference, like smaller class sizes and the rollout of learning support coordinators across all schools in Aotearoa. Last year, an independent review of staffing in our primary schools, the Pualtanga Review, concluded that too many children are not reaching their full potential, and the problem is staffing. We need more teachers, more learning support, and much more support for Māori and Pacifica Tamariki. But there is good news. We have a pathway forward. The Pualtanga Review set out the plan to achieve fully staffed schools by 2030. If we begin that work now, stepping into the classrooms in the future would look like much more support for Māori and more kaiako with fluency in te reo, meaning more tamariki being taught in te reo in Māori medium settings and in Kura Kaupapa Māori. Pacific children can be taught in bilingual Pacifica classes because of government investment in a Pacific Island teachers allowance and a huge improvement in curriculum resources in Pacific languages. You'll see smaller class sizes where teachers have the time to move around, giving attention to every child, and children are engaged and keen to learn. Teachers will be free to focus on teaching because of the support from teacher aides, curriculum advisors, specialists, and others who free them up to be the best teachers they can be. Principals supported by special education needs coordinators who have time to meet with parents, specialists, and teacher aides. Because of increases in staffing and learning support, principals will be free to focus on being the professional leaders in their schools and communities. In these schools and kura, Tamariki will be thriving and growing, receiving the attention they need to reach their potential. Our kura and primary schools can be this good, or even better if the staffing problems across Aotearoa are fixed. But we have to start now, and win the political commitment to provide the funding in the government's budget in 2023 and take the commitment into the general elections next year. This change won't happen overnight, and it will take political will and lots of funding. However, it can happen if school communities come together, teachers and principals alongside parents, whānau and Board of Trustees representatives, to enable every child to reach their potential. So let's start now, together. Let's make it happen. Let's make time for Tamariki.